still tackling the tough topic of bullying, because there's just so many different sides to it. Just imagine coming and he's in class twiddling his thumbs, he's proper, you might say something and it might not turn out the way, you know, this other child over here. It's not that slang, it's not that swag, it's conservative, it might seem nerdy, but it's not. It's just his heritage, it's just his background, it's what he's used to, proper English, and bam, he's the target. And next thing you know, he's fighting to prove that he is not, he's not a doormat, or you just can't hit him and just think it's okay. And I mean, he had never been in trouble like this. His first, I think he was in the 2nd grade when we got here, and he was that smart, so where the teacher was like, well, I don't know what to do with him. I honestly can't, and children knew this. So next thing you know, it's, oh, she hit me upside the head. Oh, he did this. So I was getting called to the school like every other day. And when I went, I knew it was bullying, because he would be there, but he wouldn't get in trouble the way the other kids. Like, it always started out, well, such and such hit him in the back of the head and ran, so he did this. Well, such and such took his book bag and threw it, so he did this. And I always ask, well, did he go and tell someone? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, nothing was done. And I'm like, oh, wow. So those were little things. And then he was just so conservative. He was so isolated. His whole attitude changed. You know, it makes them think negatively. It makes them act negatively. Their confidence level just plummets. It just.
What age was this?
This was around 7.5, going on 8. Yeah. And then as the grade level went up, it just got more intense. And I remember junior high, he was going to a private school, and I just thought this was just putting him in a charter school. I just thought this was going to be a great idea. He was going to learn. I would go get my baby, and he would be in the gym like balled up somewhere in the corner, because a group of boys would just, you know, oh my God, one day I went and got him, and they had spit all on him. They had put his coat in the garbage. I mean, it was, it got so bad to where I felt bad as a parent, because I kept sending him.
Right.
And at this point, I'm like, oh my God, you're in the middle of the school. You know, it was like, I want to take him out, but I don't want to disrupt the learning either. So it's kind of like, you start to feel bad as a parent, because it's like, you're not there. There's nothing you can do, and then you start questioning, like, well, how is this going on?
I feel helpless.
Right, and I would come get him, and he's begging me to, you know, he would do the after school, and I'm coming clear across, because he was downtown at a charter school, and I'm coming clear across from southwest Atlanta, and I will come and get him, and he's balled up in the corner in the gym, and it got so bad he didn't even want to go to school, and I'm like, something. And I was really thinking about homeschooling. Right. At that point, I had
what do you do?
Yeah.
You know, what options are there?
And now that he's 17 and that I didn't homeschool him, now I kind of regret that, because now he does certain things to stay under the radar for being bullied.
So he kind of dulls his shine. Instead of, he won't shine because he thinks that he's going to be attacked.
Yep.
Because he's smart.
Yep.
Or because, you know, he's articulate.
Yeah.
Or his ideas maybe outside of the box. Or
Yeah.
above, let me just say, above the scope of the other kid's understanding. Because that's what it is.
Because he can't even, he has very few friends, because, and not trying to sound cocky or arrogant or anything, you just have to really accept it for what it is. If you have a child and their IQ level is high, of course, there's going to be some point where they can't relate to other kids the same way. They have to get with a group of children that are on the same level.
Right.
And as of right now, he has a handful of friends. And he trusts those friends, and he bonds with those friends, but it took him a long time to feel comfortable going over certain friends' house, because it just wounded him that bad. And so the conversation level as well at school is what he kind of dumbs himself down in a way at school, further socializing with other teens.
Do you think that's a problem just in the black community? Because I see a lot of that. I remember my brother had a very high IQ in high school, and his friends were barely getting out of school. He had straight A's in all of his classes, and his friends were barely getting out of school. So he would come home speaking some kind of, I mean, it was slang, but my mother would look at him like, boy, what did you just say?
Right.
Where did you get that from? You know, we don't talk like that in here. Go back out my door and come back in. But what he was doing was dumbing down so that he could fit in.
Yeah, so he wouldn't be a target.
Right.
Yeah, I think it does. I think it happens more in the black community than people really want to admit.
Right.
Because the thing about it is, learning starts at home.
Right.
And if you got these, you got this, these urban communities where, a lot of the African American women are single parents or single mom and, not single mom and dads, but, low poverty level.
Low
education. They can't teach their kids because they didn't have a proper education. So, of course, their lifestyle is gonna sometimes, emulate what they don't know. And that, they know slang, they know how to be on the corner, they know how to sell drugs, they know how to, drink alcohol and do everything that sometimes in the black communities that attracts poverty.
Like the street life.
Yeah. And when you're poor, those things are easy to access, and those are the things that you gravitate towards because you don't know a better way. That's what they allow us to gravitate towards because of the resources. The resources. But see, then you get those single moms out in poor neighborhoods that take the other side, which I was one of those ones where I sat down. I didn't drink. I didn't smoke. I didn't join a gang. And I sat with my son. And actually, he was that smart to where I said very little. Because by the time he was 2, he was reading full, like, little paragraphs and sentences. I never had to sit down with him. That's just how smart he was. By the time he was in seventh, I want to say, by the time he was in 5th grade, those CRCT tests, he was above, like, the school, the level. He was acing them, basically. And getting awards for those, so I never had to sit down with him, but I showed him, because I got my education. While he was in school, I was in school. And I did teach him the fundamentals of reading, math, you know, things that you need to know, and cursive, just everything that they need in place in the black community and in the black household for our children to have a head start and a good education. And when the bullying started, it was almost like I was being punished for that, and he was being punished for that, because we're not supposed to. They're training our children, and they're training us as adults to feel like we're not supposed to do that with our children. We're supposed to keep our children dumbed down and poor. If we're poor, we're supposed to act poor.
They want us to believe that we are not capable. I pray that this segment has been enlightening for you, and I thank you for your time. And Ms. B is signing off for the Teen 10 on the Terri Radio Show.